time to be a little more hard-boiled than being a frog, because this time we're gonna be a duck. No. Yes.
Life wasn't easy. I was a freshly divorced duck, not able to pay next month's rent. Not that I had paid for it this month yet. My brain felt foggy, and I was trying to remember. Where did all my money go? I had to retrace last night's steps.
Deductions are a vital part of detective work. Find clue words by questioning persons and inspecting your surroundings. Enter clue words into the blank spaces to solve deductions. No, we didn't spend money on rent. I think this game wants the controller. Let me try
I won't be needing this badge anymore. I guess I can keep it as a souvenir. My new job as the duck detective isn't going any better, though. Well, if things keep going badly, I could always sell it online.
on. Some bread.
This fresh smell. Oh, sweet, spongy loaf. You keep me safe at night.
Oh, he's really into that loaf of bread.
I took that photo of her in a secluded tulip field. We spoke for hours under the stars that night. And now, she doesn't even answer my texts. I can't believe Anna actually filed the divorce papers. No messages.
Ooh. I knocked over my trash.
Second overdue notice. I wonder at what point they start kicking people out. I have everything I need to solve this now.
Duck Detective spent all his last money for rent. For oh, of course.
Not my proudest moment, but the toast helps me to forget.
A phone call.
Anna! I'm a different duck now. I haven't had a slice of bread in weeks. You have to believe me! Oh. Yeah, you're speaking to the duck detective. Let's discuss this in person. Now, be there in an hour.
Did you know that ducks are excellent skateboarders?
I spent more than half of my remaining cash on the bus fare, and here I was, in front of their bus office. Some sort of rundown call center. I better crack this case, or I won't even have enough money to make it back home. New bus route starting in August. Visit the scenic mountains of Salsiccia. I'd always tell Anna we'd go there one day.
Oh, Anna.
Detective work isn't easy. You need to pay attention to everything you see and hear. There must have been something I overlooked. I had to reevaluate every... I was sure I would be able to crack this.
Have a look around.
I'm staying here until I get my money back. Bear bus? Huh, more like scam bus.
You, sound unhappy.
You bet I am. Their stupid buses always arrive late. I came back from a work trip to the west and arrived here at 3 in the morning. And they don't even want to give me a refund.
How much did you pay?
Too smart. But that's not the point! It's about the principle.
I could already tell based on her face that the receptionist was a tough one. She wouldn't make life easy for me. But I had to make my way into the office.
I bet this is gonna be real easy. Hold on, let me... Oh, there we go.
I'm the duck detective. I'm here to investigate a case.
Okay. Do you work here?
No.
Well, then I can't let you in.
But I've been hired by someone from Bearbus.
Who hired you?
I didn't catch their name.
Listen, buddy. You better get out of here, or I'll have to call security.
There's always more to people than you might think. I should take a closer look and figure out what she's about.
Use the magnifying glass to find clues and press A to uncover them. Her name is Winterheimer. And she's a K-pop fan. Who's sad? Swear to God, if somebody steals my mug, I'll... Good old office space. It's Sophie's birthday next Thursday. Just saying. Laura from customer service is way too loud. I can hear her keyboard all the way to my desk. I'm missing something.
These are quite mundane. I'm surprised nobody wrote something more scandalous.
It's important to work out a suspect's name to crack the case. Enter their first and last name into the slots below in their portraits in the journal under the suspect list. Okay, so we know her last name. And she could either be Laura or Sophie. Okay.
Tomorrow is Friday. Need to remember to collect my dry cleaning. I should be able to deduce her name now.
Can we?
You're still here?
I'll leave you alone.
I assume she's Sophie. Because if it's her birthday. Oh! She's sad because somebody forgot her birthday.
I should be able to figure out what's going on with her. I need to check my notes in the deduction section.
Sophie is sad because people Sophie has her mug? No, that can't be right. Nobody has remembered her birthday. Duck approved.
Ah, that's why she's making such a face. I should try and cheer her up.
You're still here?
I'm just here to wish you a happy birthday.
How did you know?
Just another one of Duck Detective's great deductions.
Huh? Anyway, that was really nice of you. No one else remembered. Can you believe it? If you know my birthday, you must have a connection to someone here. Here's the key card to the office.
It says server room. It's locked.
In we go. Contrary to most popular belief, ducks do not file their taxes.
The stained carpets and peeling wallpaper exuded a stench of stale coffee and abandoned dreams. I knew I couldn't stay long, or it would rub off on me.
This is the last straw! Fredderson needs to be fired!
I'll see what I can do. Who are you? Do you have a problem? If you have one, just call our damn hotline.
I'm
Language.
Eugene McQuacklin, the Duck Detective. The client hired me to investigate a case.
Why didn't you just say so? It's time we put an end to the awful lunch death. All we need to fire him is some evidence for the upper management. I'll be in my office.
First, I had to find out who works here and what their jobs are. I needed to find my client as well. Thankfully, I remembered the piece of paper I had in my jacket from taking notes during the call.
find the duck detective because her lunch was being stolen by a coworker. Tricky deductions might require new perspectives. Press the D down pad to get additional guidance at any time.
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was... I was sure
I'll investigate more before I take a look.
It's a list of all the bus drivers. The most busy driver out of all four seems to be Petrovich.
Okay. Hollandaise Station, Escargot Station, Brussels Station, and Silesia, which is where we are.
Their buses don't go very far.
Sorry, there's more trash cans to knock over.
The two desks on this side look unused. The PC is on, but the person who works at this desk seems to be on a break. They only have a single person answering the hotline right now? That's surprising.
Me and sexy aliens. Oh, Whitlock.
I wonder if there are clues to her password. I don't think I have enough information to crack it yet.
No, not yet.
I'm not sure I'd feel particularly appreciated.
Alright. Let's talk to some people.
This is Fairbus. How can I help you? This is the third time you're calling. I'm telling you, your ex-wife did not cancel your booking.
She, looks busy.
Has an energy drink, is really tired, and has apparently bad habits.
I'm the only one here in the operating office. Can you imagine? I plan all the bus routes and make sure the buses are on time. Isn't that so cool?
Don't you have an angry customer shouting outside about the buses being late?
Really?
You're the one who stole Laura's mug. And he's lame. And a nerd. So he probably just can't see that it's Laura's mug.
Oh, hello. How are you, Mr. Duck Detective?
I shouldn't go outside yet. I need to find out who the people in this office are. Did I remember to write down their professions in my deductions?
Okay. So I don't know your name necessarily. here, probably. Fredrison. Of course, Freddy Fredrison. And who was it that was Employee of the Month? Because if you're the dedicated employee, Rufus Sedaris. Nope.
In here must be the crime scene. First, I want to find out who the... It will make things easier in the long run. I'll need to remember to...
Okay.
Do you have any idea who picked me to investigate?
No idea, but I'm so happy you're here. I have a copy of your book. The Early Bird Catches the Criminal. Can you sign it?
Are you trying to implicate me?
Yeah, I guess so.
Woo!
Oh,
Thanks so much, Mr. Duck Detective. I won't ever forget this. This will become a core memory.
okay. Nothing else to talk to you about.
Can you tell me more about Freddy Frederson?
Let me put you on hold while I find the route for you. Freddy? He gets paid more than me. Can you imagine that? What an incompetent waste of office space. Hello, this is Laura again. I checked the bus routes and found that.
What is your relationship with Sophie Windheimer?
Excuse me for a second. Oh man, I don't know how I'd survive the office without her. Sucks that she's at the reception. I would have loved to have her in the office. I'm back. Yes, please collect your toddler from the bus station.
I need to ask you some questions.
No, I'm sorry. You can't take your 12 trombones on the bus. What? Can't you see I'm talking to a customer? It's company policy. Nothing I can do. Goodbye.
Do you know anything about who called me here?
What are you talking about? Listen, I have a million more emails to answer, and there are 50 people in the phone queue. I have worked 10 days in a row, including 3 night shifts, and Manfred still doesn't want to give me a raise! Just leave me in peace!
So, you have no clues for me?
Okay. So that means you must be Manfred. Sophie works as the receptionist. Okay, I can't answer that. And people think that Freddy stole their lunch. The bear is blank.
The dimly lit room seemed to promise well-kept secrets and rumors. What a fancy nameplate. It says Ernst. It's a letter for an application for a promotion to senior customer service agent, signed by L. Angst.
He has a stain.
Mr. Detective.
It's Mr. McQuacklin.
Right. Apologies. Are you planning on staying in my office much longer?
I'll have to inspect the entire premise to do my job correctly.
Well, hurry up.
Was it you who called me?
No, I never heard of you before.
That's unusual.
It's good you're here, since there has been some unrest.
Can I do more about
Is
the
it
secret compartment?
Normal to have a huge painting of your family in your office?
What are you doing with my family's portrait?
Sorry.
That's what I have to say about that. Manfred Ernst. Laura Angst. Bear is Manfred, is the branch manager. Laura works in customer service. Crocodile is Freddy, works in the operating office.
Now that I had worked out these names, I was ready to check out the crime scene. Let's see where that lunch got stolen from. Then I could finally talk to my client. As soon as I entered the kitchen, the comforting waft of cheap white toast entered my nostrils. I knew I had to stay strong. This wasn't what I was here for.
Stop eating the icing! Can't you wait a couple hours?
Margaret, if it wasn't for these pants almost bursting, I'd have this for breakfast every day.
Yes, yes, and you can have it and so much more later, when we're done preparing.
Some budget cuts for the Halloween party.
Office parties are a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
They stopped doing them at the precinct after the, jam incident.
I agree. Who would want to go to an office party? Kick over all the bins.
Gross. I doubt they washed their hands after leaving that greasy handprint.
There's a salami bandit with a greasy hand and some sharp claws.
So, this must be the crime scene. This note is curious.
Who did it, though? Sheep is... Oh, how I need to... Oh, I have to talk to her first.
Yes, dear?
I'm Eugene McQuacklin, detective, and I need to ask some questions.
A detective? How exciting! What's the most gruesome murder you've seen? How many dead bodies have you encountered?
I almost died that one time when I got myself into trouble with the teething turtles mafia.
Quack.
That incident taught me to stay away from beautiful ladies in red.
Did they break your kneecaps?
Huh? No! You can see that I can walk just fine.
So I doubt she's one leaving greasy clawed footprints. Divorced.
Dishwasher's broken again. What's wrong with these youngsters? Don't know how to treat things with respect? Why would they put the mugs in face up?
Yeah, weirdos.
What do you think of Sophie Windheimer?
She doesn't have the easiest life, you know. She just had a terrible breakup with her ex. But don't tell anyone.
Can you tell me anything about Laura Angst?
Oh, she's such a hard-working girl. I heard she secretly studies for her online bachelor's during work. You need to keep this a secret, though.
Okay, so she's a gossip.
Do you know anyone here who could have hired me?
To be honest, everyone was quite shocked by the lunch theft. And no one told me they've called a detective. I don't know what's going on at all.
Do you get along with Manfred Ernst?
He's a stubborn one. I do respect that.
Would you say you enjoy Freddie Fredderson's, company?
Huh. If anyone needs to learn to respect their elders, it's that moron.
I'm a private detective, and I'm here to investigate a case.
Is that so?
I need to find my client. Do you know who it could be?
Yeah, Freddy's a bit of a weird one, so I'd imagine he would call detective. Personally, I feel we're doing just fine, and don't need no messing about our business around here.
Very suspicious of you. So that's Margaret. That means you're Rufus. Okay. Margaret works in customer service. The Penguin is Rufus as the janitor, and we haven't met a buffalo yet.
Surely you must have some interesting story.
That's inappropriate.
Okay, nothing else to do in here. Did you know that every duck has a unique footprint?
The cold air ruffled my feathers, and I wondered what kind of sorry soul was standing all alone in the rain. Someone left their bag here. Ugh. It's full of dirty gym clothes.
Okay, we have a duffel bag now.
Hey man, this isn't the bus stop. You'll have to walk south to the central bus station.
What? I'm not here to take a bus.
Good old Boris. Who's handsome. Apparently has bad manners. That makes you Boris Petrovic. Can't be that. Buffalo is Boris, who is the bus driver.
Now that I had everyone's name and job, it would be easier to figure out what was going on. What do you think of Sophie Windheimer?
Man, I wish she'd let me talk to her.
Do you, like Freddie Frederson?
He's a pretty funny dude. Loves to rant about detective novels.
What do you know about Rufus Sedaris?
I don't think he likes me very much, to be honest. But then, doesn't feel like he likes anyone at this office. Except for Margaret, I guess. Do you think they have a thing going on?
I don't work here.
I thought you were a detective.
I'm investigating a case here at Bearbus.
Oh, do you mean the lunch that got stolen?
Exactly. You know who called me?
Nah, too busy minding my own business. I don't talk much with the customer service folks.
Do you know anything about this bag?
Oh, it's really strange. Things in it disappeared, and others appeared. Very suspicious.
What are you even talking about? Is this your bag?
No.
Okay.
Everyone here is being really unhelpful.
Okay. So my headcanon so far is that Freddy hired us because he wanted to meet us.
The PC is on. They only have a single person in. That's a problem.
it's a clean bag, which means he's probably being framed.
That's a lot of salami. What can you tell me about Margaret Whitlock?
She gets really angry with me when I don't return mugs to the kitchen.
Why don't you just return them?
I do! Just not every day.
What do you know about Manfred Ernst?
I think he likes me. He's the only one who doesn't shout at me.
Do you get along with Boris Petrovich?
He's a chill guy. I take the bus sometimes to go to bouldering conventions, and then we get to chat.
Is this your bag?
Huh? No, mine's over there.
The one with all the salami?
Yeah,
Why do you need so much salami?
it's not mine. It was just there. A really nice surprise.
No, not yet.
Are you getting along with Rufus Sedaris?
You know, the two of us are from the older generation, which means we understand each other well. He is quite harsh towards the younger ones, though.
Do you know whose bag this is?
Isn't that Freddy's?
Do you know anything about this bag?
Why are you going around pushing bags into people's faces? Ugh, what's that awful smell?
It's, dirty gym clothes. What is your relationship with Margaret Whitlock?
Ah, she's a true sweetheart. We have our weekly mahjong evenings.
What can you tell me about Boris Petrovich?
He's not the most reliable worker. But it's difficult finding replacements nowadays.
What is Rufus Sedaris like?
Not the greatest janitor, but he came with the building.
What do you know about Laura Angst?
Oh, she's a fantastic employee. She basically does the work of 5 people.
Typical management.
What are you doing with my family?
Sorry.
There are no ducks on the moon.
What do you think about Manfred Ernst?
Oh, he's a great guy. I just wish I'd finally get a raise. Yes, sorry, this is Bear Bus. Your bus will be 3 hours late.
What can you tell me about Laura Angst?
Laura needs to chill out. I do love her, but if she keeps living like this, she'll have a heart attack by 23.
What kind of a person is Boris Petrovich?
Ugh. I don't know what I saw in him. I mean, I guess he's good looking, but my God, is he boring.
How are you getting on with Margaret Whitlock?
She's sweet and all, but she can't keep her mouth shut.
It seems like the office knows more about my personal life than me.
So, do you have an idea who would have hired me?
It's about the incident, isn't it? Sorry. No idea.
Can I go in here now?
It says it's locked.
No. Okay.
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was to find out who hired me for the job. I had to pay attention to the crime scene in the kitchen. Are there any connections I can make to the people in the office? I need to also consider that not all identities are clear yet. And that's something I will have to work out later.
Okay, so something in the kitchen I'm missing.
Surely you must have some interesting stories.
No one died, but I investigated a case once where 5 little pigs robbed a bank. Caught them red-handed and got myself an article in the Goose Times. They called it the piggy bank case.
Did someone get shot?
What? No!
Beaten up?
No.
Maybe I should leave the dishwasher broken for a bit. That'll teach them a lesson.
Gross. I doubt they wash their hands after leaving.
I don't know what I'm missing. Two or fewer things are wrong.
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was... Did I really inspect? It's important to talk to I always had the option to check them.
Map in my notebook. Oh, there's more of the reception area.
I'm so bored. I don't understand why such a small office needs a reception. I'm just here to keep the angry customers out.
don't know what I'm missing.
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was to find out I had to pay it. Are there any connection? I need to also. That's something I will have to.
That's the same thing.
So it was Laura who called me. I needed to discuss the case with her. You're my client? Why didn't you tell me?
Can I put you on hold for a second? What? Well, you should have told me. You're the duck detective.
What are you? I'm a duck. I'm wearing a trench coat.
So, is Freddy getting fired or what?
I'm working on it.
Ugh. It can't be that hard. Sorry, I'm back. Yes, let me walk you through the booking process.
It was time that I found out what happened with the lunch theft and what they were planning in the kitchen.
Okay. No.
This is Bareback. Your...
Ducks sleep with one eye open because crime never sleeps.
Surely you must have some.
That's an inappropriate.
Okay, so apparently I have everything that I need. I just had the words the wrong way around.
Margaret was planning a surprise birthday party for Sophie. I see. They didn't actually forget her birthday.
Let's put what I think is good in here. Okay, no. I think I'm on the right case, though.
Surely you must have some interest.
That's an inappropriate.
So who was it that had... Freddy's being framed by Margaret, because She hired me.
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was to figure out the situation about the culprit. I had to consider what objects stood out in this case. I had to check again which objects the people involved interacted with. I had to take into consideration who the note in the fridge was signed by, and why they decided to take action. I had a feeling something bigger was going on than meets the eye.
Okay. Whose note was it? So it's a clean bag. So whoever left the note is obviously trying to frame someone because it's a dirty note in a clean bag, and the microwave is also dirty. Freddy's being framed by... Maybe it's not Margaret. I think it's yeah, it has to be Laura, right?
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was to figure out the situation about the culprit. I was wondering who was involved in this business. I had to consider that not all identities were known yet. I was sure they'd come to light at a later point. I needed to work out what Fredersen has to do with all this.
I'm the only one here in the operating office. I plan all the bus routes.
Don't you have an angry customer?
Really?
So we know everything, though.
doubt they wash their hands.
What am I missing? I don't think it was Sophie. Don't think it was Rufus or Manfred. So it's gotta be. I don't know. I might have to just do this.
It was as I thought. Freddy Fredderson was actually being framed. This office wasn't as boring as it looked. When Freddy took the bus back, and he went to pick up his luggage, he must have picked up the wrong bag. This happened because there was another bag that's identical to his. The bag that he picked up belonged to the Salami Bandit. This made him a target. And to get rid of Freddy, the Salami Bandit decided to frame him.
Everyone, it's time for you know what? Okay, get into position. I just texted her, so she should be here in a...
Huh? What's this?
Surprise!
Surprise!
No way. This is all for me?
Huh? A letter? Ugh. Oh.
Salami? What a terrible present.
No, you silly idiot! The real present got stolen and switched for salami!
It's the Salami Bandit!
I saw an awful lot of high-grade salami in Fredrickson's bag.
And now there's no question who the perpetrator is. I've been telling you all along, we can't trust Frederson. By the end of the day, he'll be fired. Mark my words.
I don't think he
Seems
will.
like a bit of an overreaction to a present being stolen. Or is there more to it? Someone gifted Sophie a plushie. It says limited edition.
Do you think she liked my present? I mean, now she's crying, but I think I saw a sparkle in her eyes when she opened mine. I should really get back to work.
It's a heart-shaped necklace. Looks tacky.
Sexy is What My Number by Sulfur Cerritos. Okay, so that's a password.
Oh God. What did I just read?
I knew that, right? No. Buongiorno, everyone. Quite unbelievable. I entered the office really easily. Lol. Sayonara, edgelords. So B is underlined, the E is underlined. Okay, that's it. So B-E.
I wonder what the purpose of that letter is.
That's not nice at all. Who messes with someone's birthday?
It'll be okay. You have the duck detective here to figure everything out.
Duck detective.
What can you possibly do? Leave me alone.
Do you think? I mean, I think I should.
Can you tell me something about this letter?
Sophie won't even talk to me about it. I don't know what to do.
There are over 1,000 ducks.
What do you think about this letter?
People don't know how to write letters by hand anymore. What's with the weird line breaks? So, what happens to the cake now?
They really think I've done it. Duck Detective, you have to help me. You know it wasn't me, right?
Did you not think it was strange that your bag was full of salami?
I don't know. I thought someone gave me a salami surprise. I'll eat salami sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from now on.
That's a common thing people do.
Detective work isn't easy. I was sure I would be able to crack.
Sophie received the followings. Margaret gave the book. I'm gonna assume Laura did that. We would have given her plushie though. Probably Manfred. I'm wrong on all of them. That means Rufus. Oh. Who am I missing? Okay. Books didn't get stolen. There was no letters. The necklace was there.
So, nothing got stolen after all. It seemed that the salami present was intentional.
I'm just gonna load. Guess I'll read this book. Sex Aliens Want My Numbers by Sulfur Serrates. Captain Brightbeak stared deep into the alien's eyes. There were 12 of them, and they were red. The eyes, not the aliens. The aliens were blue, and there were 43. All of them wore shiny metal armor, which shined like something shiny made of curved metal. The lead alien stepped forward. Captain Brightbeak could tell it was the lead alien because it was the one which stepped forward. It was also the most beautiful, the only one with purple eyes. It made a noise that sounded a bit like talking from a hole that looked a bit like a pretty lady's mouth. The translation device the captain invented word into action, translating the words into words he could understand. "Hey, you look cute," a mechanical voice whispered into his ears. "Can I get your number?"
Let's see what secret she has on her computer.
Secret cake recipe. Never gonna give you up. .wav.
Who is this person she's messaging? You definitely don't want to be Laura's enemy. This folder says Manual for CS Agents. How and when to create vouchers correctly. I'm falling asleep just reading the title.
Can't look at her computer.
I'm guessing you're ready to present legal evidence of Frederson's misconducts.
It wasn't Frederson.
Everything is pointing towards him.
I will present the true culprit soon enough.
Well, I don't really care how long it takes you. This will be Frederson's last day.
Do you know anything about this letter?
Well, it's obviously a cheap prank by Frederson. Only he would find this funny. What are you doing with my family?
Sorry.
Okay, so I can't look at that. Get the parking lot. Somebody's trying to ship in some illegal salamis.
What do they have against potatoes?
Maybe it was too romantic. Did Sophie ask about me?
She didn't.
Ah, I see. Maybe I should have gotten her something more expensive. Life's just not going so well right now. I lost all my hockey bets too.
Okay. the only two that we know have messages.
Sophie was receiving threats. I needed to find out why.
Imported from... Let's see. From Hollandaise. No? Okay.
That explains all the high-grade salami. I just needed to find out who was behind this. The mystery of the salami bandit was slowly getting unraveled. Western goods are prohibited from entering and being sold in the East. This is why the salami bandit decided to make a business out of buying high-grade salami in the West, smuggling it to the East, and selling it at a high profit. Also, for some reason, Sophie received a letter from the salami bandit that had a hidden, threatening message. This was serious. I had to question all of the employees. Thanks for coming, everyone. Well, everyone except for Sophie. Where is she?
Slacking off, playing on her computer phone, like usual.
She's having problems with her family. She was at her desk and said she needed a moment.
I will start then regardless. I have made my deductions and drawn some serious conclusions.
Oh, finally! Is Freddy getting fired then?
Who is the murderer?
What? No one died.
I'm getting framed! I'm telling you!
What a load of baloney.
He is right, actually. He is getting framed.
What? Why would anyone bother?
Ah, that is the question, isn't it? Why would anyone bother?
Get to the point.
It's through my observations that I uncovered a conspiracy.
This is ridiculous! Why are we still listening to a random duck that waddled into this office? I'm leaving.
I'm a certified private investigator and...
It's okay. Just tell us what you know.
Salami is being smuggled from Salsiccia using your very own buses.
Huh? What's going on?
Okay, this is going too far. I really have more important things to do.
Now that is really scandalous. Does that mean we're losing our jobs?
Maybe.
Ah!
Listen, everybody! It's really important that no one leaves the premises.
I need to get back to work.
Oh, everybody's leaving?
I'm still here, Mr. Duck Detective.
Yeah.
This is getting intense, isn't it? Maybe you could need a little help? You seem lonely. I could be your assistant. What do you want me to do? Decipher messages? Talk someone into telling us the truth? Follow people around? I'm pretty good at that.
Just stay here.
Like this?
Yep, you're doing great.
Okay.
Oh, who would hire me at this age? Oh, maybe I can be a real estate agent. I always wanted to be a rich real estate agent.
Why would Laura recruit you to deal with a theft? Aren't there any other detectives who are actually qualified for the job?
I've been doing very well so far, if I do say so myself. The truth will be revealed in the end.
That's what I have to say about that. He's not here.
Finally, Manfred is out of his office. Time to see what's behind his precious family portrait.
A safe. 0, 0. And then a birthday.
It's a letter for an application signed Someone is clearly obsessed with detectives.
She left? Just like this? Maybe she's at home. Should I look for her?
Sophie left! And she left a note on the desk.
That's it. I quit. You'll never see me again. Sophie Woodhouse.
What a dramatic turn. I should keep this as evidence. Did you read Sophie's letter?
I did. Something's off. Something's different.
This is the note Sophie left. Can you tell me more about it?
It doesn't make sense at all that she'd just suddenly leave. She definitely needs the money. And she would have told me. I'm her friend.
Let's see. The last dialed number on this phone is 03051777. It says it's locked.
expectations from a birthday card?
Can't believe she complained about this online. What do you think of this note?
It's no surprise she's left, is it? Would you want to work with someone you've dated in the past?
What do you think of Sophie's resignation?
Oh? I guess Boris was overdoing it a bit with that present. I did tell him to cool off a bit. Why are people not listening to me?
So, is Boris trying to blackmail Sophie then?
It's not really a detective's job to spin crazy conspiracy theories, is it?
Sometimes the truth is pretty crazy.
Seems a bit cheap.
Have you seen Sophie's resignation?
No. I can't say it comes at a surprise. She never particularly enjoyed her job. It's difficult finding replacements nowadays, though.
Boss's office in the kitchen.
Someone gifted Sophie a plushie. It says limited it. It's a heart-shaped necklace. Looks tacky.
Or else. Oh, there's a phone. Okay, so Sophie was abducted.
This is curious. Why would she write like this?
I don't remember anything.
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was that note on the safe had pairs of letters on it. I wonder if they're abbreviations for something. Haven't I seen them before? I should also look at previous deductions. But what could they mean in terms of numbers? What can I count here? Did I see any numbers around the office?
her birthday, if that's what the BD stands for. Laura from CS.
Detective work isn't easy. The thing that bothered me in particular was that I wonder, I should also look at previous deduction. But what could they mean? Did I see any number?
No numbers here, right? No.
I did it! Oh, I always wanted to open a ridiculously big safe. Let's see what secrets he has in here. Awful lot of security for a branch manager of a bus company. Wait, this keychain. Here it is. The key for the server room.
So let's actually look at these letters. Dear Ingrid, I know I haven't been there for you and the kids recently, but things are looking up. I would love to take you on a romantic getaway to Hollandaise. Love, Manfred. Keep my room in. Keep quiet about the thing. Do all these things and nothing will happen to you. Sophie got kidnapped because
Sophie got kidnapped. There must be more to this.
this is really becoming quite the case.
Let's see what's hidden in here.
What are you doing?
Secret detective business. The electrical sparks and blinking lights created a claustrophobic atmosphere. I definitely felt that I wasn't supposed to be here. What's he keeping in all these boxes? I don't think it's meant to do this.
Detective. Anxious. He's got breadcrumbs. Shame. And he's poor.
Has that been there the whole day? Honestly, this is nicer than my apartment. What's up with these bear bus vouchers on eBay?
Blackmailed Sophie to make her quiet about the salami bandit. Vouchers. This is the one that provides the vouchers to also blackmailing Manfred. Manfred. Oh. No. Margaret is the one that provides the vouchers to.
So this is what Rufus and Margaret were doing with the vouchers. It might be illegal, but this wasn't what I was here for. I needed to catch the Salami Bandit. I quickly needed to find out where Sophie was being kept. I also couldn't let the Salami Bandit get away with this. It was finally time to find out who was behind everything.
Sophie is the Salami Bandit because Boris and his her. Oh. Because Freddy's and identical. No. Who could it be indeed? Don't think it's Laura. I know it's not Freddy. Boris and Margaret are up to something different. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought too. Manfred, because are identical, yes.
Manfred is the Salami Bandit. That makes a lot of sense. Ironic that his handwritten note meant to frame Frederson ended up incriminating Manfred instead.
And Sophie is at Airbus's station under bus. No. Okay, yeah. She's in the little bus compartment.
Oh my God! That's where she is being kept! It's important that I stayed calm now. I couldn't alert the culprit, or all of this will have been for nothing. I needed to first figure out who is behind everything, so I could confront them. Something was missing here. Who else was involved with this? I had collected everything I needed. I just had to organize my thoughts.
Goodness. So Manfred is the Salami Bandits. Oh, no. Where is he? His name is Boris. So Boris, accomplice. Boris because the salami bandit needed somebody to easily carry out the importing of the salami.
The salami bandit wasn't working alone. It made sense for the bus driver to be involved.
Blank is the salami bandit's blank because he used to date Sophie is the salami bandit's Boris. And the salami bandit needed someone who could convince the duck detective into helping Boris and Lover. No?
I couldn't believe Sophie managed to talk Boris into this. Aha! I had it all
It's
figured out
everyone
now.
except for Laura and Freddy.
It was time that I confront the culprits. But first, I had to free Sophie.
Oh,
Sophie! What happened?
what's going on out here?
Why is everyone yelling?
This looks dramatic.
It's kind of a long story.
And guess who deduced said long story? The one and only Duck Detective.
Read the room.
This is how everything went down. The Britzel Beerbus branch was suffering losses and had their budget cut as a result. Manfred, worried about the financial stability of his family, felt himself backed into a corner. This is when he became the Salami Bandit. He made his grand plan of salami smuggling and realized he couldn't do this alone. He recruited Boris, since it would be easiest for the bus driver to load and unload the wares discreetly. The bus would go through a customs check at the Salsiccia bus station first. And then Boris would take a detour to get the salami and load it onto the bus. This is why the buses always had a huge delay. It wouldn't be easy to talk Boris into crime, so Manfred convinced Sophie to join the team. Boris's obsession with her would make it easy for her to manipulate him into helping with their plan. Everything was going well until the Duck Detective, that's me, infiltrated the office. Freddy was meant to be the scapegoat for the crime, but I'm not fooled that easily. Sophie began getting cold feet, and ultimately Manfred couldn't have this, so he interfered. In an outburst of panic, he abducted her and hid her in the luggage compartment of one of the buses. And this is why Manfred stole Laura's lunch!
What?
Everything is figured out, but who is truly guilty? Manfred, Sophie, and Boris are all involved in the smuggling. Who should get arrested for their crimes? Manfred was the mastermind behind everything. Should Manfred get arrested?
Yeah.
He is the reason this all started in the first place. Of course he should be arrested. What about Sophie? Without her, the smuggling wouldn't have been possible. She manipulated poor Boris into taking the salami across the border. Should Sophie get arrested?
No, she was manipulated.
Manfred clearly was the one who gave the instructions. Sophie was naive to follow along, believe she is truly liable. Boris was at the end of the chain. Had he refused to take the salami on board, the plan would have not worked out. Should Boris get arrested?
No, he was double
He
manipulated.
didn't even realize what was happening. I don't think this is a basis for arresting someone. All right, I've made up my mind. I will report to the state police. Manfred!
And I do it again! Anything to secure my family's well-being.
I'm not sure grand-scale salami smuggling was necessary for that.
How else was I going to cope with all the budget cuts? If anyone actually worked in this office, we wouldn't have such terrible performance in the first place!
Hey! I work!
Yes, and then you keep asking for promotions. How am I going to give anyone a promotion if we have people baking cakes during working hours? And while we're at it, Rufus! How dare you embezzle money from the company and then threaten me?
That's... Rufus said we're only doing that until his book takes off. And then I'll play the lead alien in the movie adaptation.
Look who's going to jail now, Manfred. Not me, that's for sure.
I stand by what I said. I regret nothing.
Wow, you really did quack the case, Mr. Duck Detective. You're just as cool as I imagined.
Now, Fedderson. The truth. The truth is an ugly mistress. But it is my duty to throw bread to the fine beak of Lady Justice.
98%. Imagine the two people that decided not to. Ta-da! What a cute little short game. Nice. Not super easy, but cute. I'll let those credits roll.
Oh, crap. I completely forgot to collect my payment from Laura. Everybody already went home. How am I going to pay for the bus? Guess I'm walking home.
Ahem. Need a ride? I just booked this one. It's been such a long day after all.
No, thank you.
Come on, it'll be fun. Plus, you must be tired after all the detective work.
I really don't.
Please?
Yeah, fine.
Great. Now I finally have time to tell you all about my ideas for your social media.
Please don't.
I could get you tons of publicity.
No.
And imagine, we can team up,
Absolutely not.
and I can be your sidekick.
The end. let me take a quick break while I see what else I'm gonna do for the day.